Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from the DreamHack and Monster Energy studios in Stockholm. And the hero that you see in front of you did not manage to ravage its way to victory, unfortunately. As very often that happens to a lot of people, unfortunately.
It looked like the Tidehunter actually had your voice there for a bit. It was just Shiver Tidehunter.
Shiver Tidehunter, there you go.
It's good stuff.
It happened again, but Imperial. I mean, we're wearing party hats already. Imperial is going to the LAN finals of DreamHack Winter. Ooh, unfortunately, though, that does mean that Vega Squadron is not. Vega needed to win both of their games today to make it through to DreamHack Winter, and Imperial only needed to win 2 out of their totally 4 games that they had today, and they already played 3 and they won 2.
And they did.
They're through.
Yep. Congratulations to them.
And what a game to do it on.
A very strange game, I would say. I think Vega had one of like the crispest early games I've seen in quite a while. You know, the FNG's Nyx was level 6 before 9 minutes. So I think at 9 minutes he hit level 6 or something. So more than ideal for a support Nyx. Yep. They were just running around making plays. Nice ravages as well from Mag. But then after, you know, they were like, it was a kind of like a little bit back and forth, but they were clearly still ahead by about, what, 12,000 lead, I think Parker was saying as well. They do the Roshan. Me and Pycat both see FN, he sells his phase boots and his armlet. So we were like, oh, and then he does this play that I particularly I'm not a fan of because I feel like I see it lose a lot of games. Is he picks up the boots of travel right there, and then he gets the Aegis. So he sells 2 items that already were super important to his build, in my opinion. And then he goes for this super late game build. And now he's like down an item instead of being the 6-slotted lifestealer, and he has no buyback. Yeah. So then they take a very, I guess, a kind of an over-aggressive fight. They get caught by a huge vacuum combo into a slaughter, and yeah, we're gonna see those clips in quite a bit. But it was definitely a bit of overzealousness from Vega after that Aegis pickup.
Anything to add to that one?
No, I mean it's a bit what we talked about. I think it cost him quite a lot. It's like you sell phase boots. Phase boots gives you quite a bit of damage, and also the mobility in fights to actually walk through units and through creeps and whatever. And then on top of that, the armlet gives him quite a bit of extra HP, some extra armor, and attack speed and damage. Yep. So I think selling both those damage items to gain an Aegis and a boost of travel. Yeah. Even with 2 lives, he's not that strong. Maybe he gets to use 2 rages, but the idea of Nyx is you want to go in, you want to kill a hero. Bam, bam. Yep. 1 is gone. Then you kind of reset, you run out of the fight. Maybe you get another one, you know, you want to make them run. If you don't kill that initial hero, that hero gets his spells off, and then all of a sudden, the fight might not be in your favor. And then even though you have an Aegis, it might not work out for you. Aside from that, I do think that they, after their early game, Vega, they could have taken it just a lot more easy because they did have this Nyx who scales really well, and their lineup in general just scales really well with items. Yeah. The Tidehunter, if he gets, he didn't go for this Greaves, which I think might have been a mistake, or I would say is a mistake in this scenario. I would have liked to see Greaves on him this game, and then they can scale so well. This Tidehunter can go Greaves into Shiva's Refresher, etc. And this Nyx, I think, should go Blink. Sure, that's fine. You have the snakes. I can understand it, but just get that Axe eventually, and then just fight around it. Because once those BKBs get low from the PA and the OD, they can't fight anymore. It's like this Nyx in Borrowed. It's really hard to deal with him, especially when he is a support, because then they still have 3 cores to deal with and this Nyx. So I think they could have just taken it a lot more easy, and eventually they would have won the game, I feel. Yeah. But they kind of rushed things, and maybe they, you know, they were feeling that they were doing well and they wanted to rush to the finish, and then kind of didn't work. Itemization
was very important this entire game. Yeah. We actually selected a clip that has something to do with that, because at some point the Lifestealer had a MKB, and this was the first fight showing that he did. As we have another, this was like the 2nd or 3rd smoke gank that Imperial had in a row.
Well, this is when he gets eaten alive, right? Yep, here it comes.
Yeah. Ace jumps in, you know, you think he's dead, but then he just gets eaten up.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
That was the PA, and this fight ends up going quite okay for Vega. Even without the PA, Imperial still wants to try and go for them, and they still try to fight.
Yeah, this was the MKB reveal. This is the first time they see the MKB.
Yeah, so I selected the clip purely because itemization can be so important if you, especially in this case for the MKB, but also as we talked about, you know, making the wrong decisions.
But he did go for the Greaves. Okay.
Okay, he did.
So he did go for
those
Greaves. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I believe that they still come back because the glimpse.
Just felt that he was so squishy that I don't know. Didn't feel like he did have grease.
But yeah, this is where the Lifestealer was at. This is where he's at critical mass.
Yeah.
You know, this is where he's at his strongest point.
And they get
yeah,
the
this
OD
is the new
twice.
Aegis.
It's I mean, it's the first fight with the MKB, and it just shows what a crucial, what difference one item can make. And obviously, in this case, it's a positive for Vega. But you know, as you pointed out, other cases it's slightly
And I
awkward.
think FNG did like such a good job of shutting down the OD throughout even up to this point. The OD is not where he really wants to be. He's still a bit behind where like the ideal item timings is.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, the sniper Iceberg was kind of just like not really like that potent either. Even though he had the Hurricane Pike and Mjolnir, he wasn't able to really like do too much in these fights because he would just get kind of like jumped on and he was mostly running away.
I think Ace did a really good job at kind of staying on top of the sniper, trying to like. He kept running at the sniper, so the sniper in all the fights, what he had to do was just run around and you know move himself so that he couldn't actually stay anywhere and deal damage. I do have a question though, Shiver. You somewhat of an expert on Tidehunter. What did you think about this performance?
He hit a lot of great ravages.
Yeah, he did. I thought he played.
I wouldn't be able to do what he did.
Damn, humble.
Damn. Yeah.
Humble and honest.
It's just honest. We have another clip for you guys. We have a clip where, you know, there were so many great fights in this game. I didn't select any of them. So.
Okay, this is where his inventory looks
just
almost
bring back
a little weird, you can kind of say, because he was already what at 31 minutes he was at critical mass, and now he's
weaker.
He looks almost weaker than he was, even though he has a full AC.
Yeah. This is the fight where Vega like tries to go full on high ground. They got the Aegis. They feel like they have what it takes to breach high ground against a team that doesn't have a Slardar but has a vacuum wall, has the OD Eclipse, has a weave. The high ground defense of Imperial is looking pretty healthy.
Yep, there's no Ravage up. Like I think Disruptor ultimate is still down too, so you can probably play this.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
So FNG blinks in with Carapace to try to get the Astral, of course, so he gets a nice stun on the OD, follow-up stun. They try to get the burst off, but they do have a Dazzle, so he gets a nice Grave off, and then this is the huge combo, big wall vacuum.
They all clumped up to try and get the OD, and then they can't get it. And then in comes the Eclipse, the wall, and Ace. Just doing casual Ace things, already picked off the sniper, and is just continuing, in this case, continuing on there on FN as well.
Yeah, now the fight's
FN does have an Aegis, but
there's no Ravage, there's no Disruptor ultimate. Now its Sniper is also just completely dead. And this is where it's just like, oh my god, this is a complete disaster for Vega now at this point. Because now it's 1 versus 4 and FNG tries to come back in to help out his buddy, but he just can't really. And it's I know we're harping a lot on these items and stuff where it's like, these items could, I don't want to say that the items 100% lost in the game. That's not really most of the cases in these games. It's like the decision makings they made after getting these items that just really harmed them. Because like Pike said, it almost seemed like they felt rushed in this instead of just like kind of being like, okay, like we can get this Aegis cool, but we don't have to force this high ground so heavily. We have this Nyx who can build Aghanims, which devastates OD throughout all the stages. Even hurts PA quite a lot because the BKBs start getting a bit lower. So they just kind of jumped the gun almost in kind of a way just because they were like, oh, we have Aegis, we can just go high ground. And it ends up just, biting them in the ass.
it was a really rough game for both sides. But we are still going to see what you guys voted for MVP because someone must have done better than the rest.
Yeah, I think this is...
And it was Ace.
Yeah. Pike mentioned
he was the ace.
He was the ace. He did such a good job of just sticking on the sniper, and I mean Iceberg did not have that wonderful of a performance after his FNG god.
And this is the second performance on PA we've seen Ace on.
Hello,
today. Spectacular performance from my Danish comrade.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you, the real milk.
Yeah, the original milk.
Well. That's good.
Yeah, it is good. The game is slightly delayed, by the way, game 2. I mean, it was a pretty rough loss for Vega Squadron. They no longer have a chance to make it to DreamHack Winter, make it to the LAN finals. Basically, that loss cost them 20K.
Yeah, that's
a rough one, guys.
Ouch. That's very painful.
Yeah.
But, what do you think, Jacob?
Well, I think that we can see here clearly the Danish team is the better one in this series, and I'm not surprised to see this. I'm very proud to see my fellow Danes do so well here in this tournament, and I'm expecting good results from them at the LAN.
We hear crickets.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel sad? Oh,
Yeah.
it's still very good.
I love it. It's too good. He sounds more like Jacob than Jacob, but yeah.
Yes, I have heard also
Yeah.
that you now do a Pablo.
Pablo, no, Pedro. But
Pedro.
No.
It's not ready yet.
You know,
It has to
it's
come
not the
naturally.
right mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to come naturally. I got you.
It's,
No,
Oh.
it's unfortunate, but
How about a Russian, a Vilat?
you can't force it, you know.
Minus
I can't
Darcy.
force
That's
it.
No, I
Can't,
can't.
like,
Oh, damn.
See, that one was the one that he did, Jacob. It was just natural because we're
Yeah,
just the
I just-
Danes. We're loving the Danes.
We're
So.
loving the
They're here, you
dance.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
what about Vega? Don't you love Vega? You know, CAS, Dota.
Well, they had like one of their most like the
Yeah.
best early games I've ever seen them do, but then they just I mean they rushed it.
Then
They just
they rushed that. That was basically
Painful.
what happened.
definitely painful.
So how do you recover after a loss like that? That cost you 20K.
Well, I mean they're out, but they might just be. I mean, maybe they're not disbanded. It's not like, oh, we lost DreamLeague, guys.
It's not
over.
all about money, Shiva.
Yeah. Maybe they still
No,
want
but
to
it's
about playing
no.
the
I
game.
mean, it's not about money, but it is about mental state. And some
Yeah.
losses are just a little bit more rough than others.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, it's not like they this 100% through the game. Imperial had some beautiful plays as well, so it's not to take anything away from Imperial there, but yeah, it just that loss definitely hurt them just because of how much of a lead that they were in, and then just like how the game kind of ended. It was just like this super like they had like this snowball factor going into their favor, like all these fights, and then it was just like right afterwards they just like. It felt like that. It was just like this constant steamroll afterwards of Imperial just dominating all these fights after the Aegis fight. So that's definitely a painful loss, but they do need to, I mean, they don't need to reset. Honestly, they could just maybe go into this and just be like, you know what, guys, this is the last game. Let's just
have fun with
let's
it.
just do it. Let's just pick some stuff and just play
That's
some
not-
play
by
some
the-
dotes.
The mental state of the players is not why there's a delay, by the way, guys. Apparently there was a patch.
Oh.
Oh.
So
What kind of
there it
patch?
is.
So there was a patch in the middle of DreamLeague.
Yeah, but it's probably not a very. Can you give me that Zen pad, please?
This one?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up what the patch is.
Oh yes.
I am looking it up on my.
Patch notes with Cheater.
mode.
Oh my. ASUS Zen pad. Someone put their email in here now. There's 2 emails in here. Oh, never mind.
Is that your email?
No, it's the emails of the producer.
Ah.
She just said, "Don't tell anybody." Okay, let's me refresh. I am offline. My device is offline.
Damn it.
The
Shiva.
dream is dead.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
It's okay. We have balloons to play with.
You do have balloons to play with.
Nice. This is actually good stuff.
I don't know where the settings
But yeah,
are.
So
I
how's
wonder
life, Giannis?
Life's pretty
You
good.
went
you
on
know.
a cruise
I
recently.
was. I'm.
How's that?
I'm tan. You know, it's pretty
Yeah.
lovely. It's some good
Looks
stuff.
nice.
I know you're a little bit jealous of my color. You being with your graveyard tan.
Well, I'm working on my vampire sparkles.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good look for you. All right, let's go. All right.
All right. We're doing this.
Don't make me. You make.
Ow! I found the settings, guys.
Going for the Jenga, huh?
Going for the Jenga. All right. Oh. Okay. What's the best way to go at this? I think it just. Oh yeah. This is how this game is played.
Yeah, you gotta build it first.
This is gonna take so much time. Is it that big of a patch? Please God help us.
I'm gonna find out.
Okay, good. Build it and they will
Is there
come.
supposed
I
to
like
be
that.
like one? No, is that how you build it?
Yeah,
Full?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
threes,
that's
right?
how you build
it's
it.
3x3s, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was under the impression that it was like you skip the ones in the middle. No.
No.
Is that a
No,
different game?
no, because that's the whole point. You have to,
Okay, right. Yeah,
push
yeah,
them
yeah.
through.
Is it,
Alright.
where's Jenga actually from? Is it an American thing?
I wish I could look it up, but my Wi-Fi is not
Jenga
there.
originated back in the 1600s
Oh, yes,
when
sure.
the French Revolution took place in Russia, and then there were several scientists who experimented with ways of moving blocks.
Oh yes.
And
I
this-
actually have heard about this theory.
Yes, of course, this is only a theory,
Yes.
but this resulted in Jenga.
Oh nice.
Wow,
And it's
amazing.
The more you know.
the more you know with
it,
milk.
It wasn't a patch, guys. It was just an update.
It was just an update. Just nothing. Just. Oh.
Yeah.
So we don't have no Arc Warden. Sorry guys.
No Arc Warden.
Thank God.
Do you think if he... I mean, normally when we see a hero added to Captain's mode, he still first gets a nerf. right?
That is
Yeah,
true,
he usually
In
gets nerfed
general,
up, so.
just
Yeah,
make
no,
sure
I'm-
he doesn't enter and it's completely broken.
Mhm.
No, it's that hero should not be added ever until he's completely worked. You hear me?
You hear that?
This
you hear
was-
that, Iceman?
You hear that, Iceman? Please God, don't add our Corden ever.
Yeah.
Not in the state that he's
Now
in.
I think we all have time to push one of the blocks,
One.
and then the draft's on.
Only one.
This took me so long to make,
I
guys.
know.
This is actually stressful.
come
I'll go
on.
first.
All right, go. Ha, nice try.
What the hell is wrong with your tower? Oh, I'll do this one. Don't do that, Micah.
Do what?
You're taking 2 at a time?
No.
Let's just take 2 at a time.
Oh, I can take 2 at a time. Don't do that.
What are you talking about?
Shiva, you're gonna knock it over already.
I got them.
There you go. Is that your next? You're gonna knock it over when I do it. Like, I'm not even touching it, it's wobbling.
I'm not doing anything.
This is me walking
in
off
the air.
across the...
Nice. You lost.
Oh, is it just one?
I mean, you want me
You
to
can
take
take
two?
a part.
Oh, that's alright.
Well, I wonder what heroes we're gonna see this next upcoming game, though. I wonder if Vega is gonna do some crazy stuff. Imperial is gonna do some celebratory picks. That could be pretty interesting. You guys are really focused on Jenga, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's falling.
oh, no, it's not my god. Wait. Okay.
Sick of your shit,
You're not
Shiver.
that good at this game.
I'm sick of your
You're
shit.
not very good at this game, Fug.
You know what? I don't need to be. It's not competitive.